Yo, what's up guys? I'm Dante Levo here. I'm going to talk about in this video 5 tips on finishing a track. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright guys, so tip number 1. Alright, getting organized. And what I mean by getting organized, it's pretty much looking through all your files, your projects and stuff like that. Look through them, sort them out, which ones are good, which ones are just bad. Because eventually you'll hear one and then the next day it might just sound like total shit. So like those things, you just get rid of, all right? And another thing to look out for when you're looking through your projects is you have to be at least 80% as good, or at least close enough to all the DJs and artists that you're looking up to. So that's a goal that you should like really strive for, all right? So that's tip number 1. All right guys, tip number 2 is understanding pretty much song structure. If you ask me, this is one of the things that's really helped me in the past, and just understanding that there's an intro, a break, a drop, and then a second break, and then an outro. Just knowing that in a song structure helps me to continue, because sometimes some people might not understand song structure and just have a drop, an intro, and then maybe have some other things that might not necessarily transition with each other. So let's say you have an intro and it doesn't really transition into your drop. All right, so that's what I'm talking about. So it's all about knowing song structure and knowing how it flows. And usually you have an easier time, finishing a track because you understand how it goes. So I mean, one thing that you could do is listen to your favorite song, understand when it starts, the break, the drop, the second break, and then the outro. You will tell eventually, all right, how it works. So just one thing to keep an eye on. All right, tip number 3. So I really suggest to really stop jumping from ideas to ideas. So you may be working on a track for over 3 hours, and then all of a sudden you get a spike of inspiration, and then you want to open up another project and start working on that. You really have to try and stop yourself from doing that, because that's just taking away your creativity from the first project. Okay, so I know sometimes it's really hard to just not pull away from the other project, but you really have to just stop, just continue working and just work through it. All right, eventually it'll get easier. All right guys, tip number 4. All right, one thing that's really helped me a lot is giving myself a time limit. All right, once you have a time limit, you'll be able to work a lot faster and you'll be able to finish a lot more. All right, so if let's say you give yourself an hour to finish a drop and an intro. All right, boom. Once you start working on that, it'll be a lot easier to work through the whole entire song, and then not spend 2 to 3 months on just working on a drop. Okay, so give yourself that time limit, work on it, make sure you stay motivated and everything as you're working through, and you'll be just fine. All right guys, tip number 5, so it's practice. All right, I can't stress this enough. Just you have to keep working, you have to make sure you stay organized, you have to really stay motivated and understand how music works. So as long as you keep practicing all these things, finishing a track is not that hard. It'll be easy. So make sure you give yourself a time limit, make sure you keep working on it, make sure you stay motivated and you stay organized. All right guys, that's the end of my video. So make sure you stay organized, motivated, just don't stop working, stop jumping from idea to idea, give yourself a time limit and let yourself breathe and just practice. All right, it takes practice. All right, practice makes perfect. All right, I can't stress that enough. All right, so if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. All right, if you guys have any other questions or anything, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.